guys, it's Jouelzy, and we're gonna get into some TV reviews because Being Mary Jane is back on, and I've been getting quite a few questions about if I even watched the show, and I was late to catch on to the series. I didn't start watching it till after season 2, so now that we're in season 3 and I get to watch along with you guys, I thought it would just be fun to do a video on Being Mary Jane because it's such an awesome show, and I love Mara Brocka-Keel. Being Mary Jane is a show with Gabrielle Union. It airs on BET. I believe it's now coming on Tuesdays at 9. Is that going to be the regular Eastern Standard Time? Is that the regular scheduling? Girl, I don't be knowing. But when I first started watching Being Mary Jane, I just had so many questions about the choices that Mary Jane made. But then the more I got into the series, I was like, as crazy as I thought Mary Jane was and some of the things that I kind of judged her for being illogical, I realized that she and I are a lot alike. Like, I'm almost as crazy as her, except for saving an ex's sperm won't ever be on my to-do list. But a lot of the other things that I kind of like, her snapping back at her friends, or just her her kind of haughty-taughty attitude and perception of her own life and judgmentalness of her equal leveling peers, I kind of realized, like, not that I act out in the same way, but it's not like similar thoughts haven't crossed my mind per se. Like, there's just so much to relate to on so many levels for so many people that I'm just like, I really enjoy the show. Even if I don't agree with Mary Jane, I'm just still like, this is a really good program. By the way, sidebar, this is kind of on my hands. I know people are going to ask. One of the things that I also enjoy about Mary Jane is no matter how much the misogynistic kind of black male trope on YouTube wants to project that black women characters are kind of salacious home wreckers or whatever, Mary Jane, when she opened season 1 dealing with Andre, played by the eternal fuckboy Omari Hardwick, I like the progression of that relationship because I feel like for a lot of women of power, and I want to say black women power, but I don't know if it's necessarily indignant of our race, is that we will put ourselves in positions where we know we can kind of control our own vulnerability. And so seeing Mary J go back to Andre, even though I thought it was like dumb as fuck, like, girl, don't let that fuckboy lie to you. He be doing the same shit on Power. He did that same shit on For Color Girls. That same ish on The Middle of Nowhere, the first movie by Ava DuVernay, which you should go watch on Netflix because it's good. But Omari is just the eternal ain't shit ass Negro. And so it's like, and he's short on top of it. Girl, you know, low-key watching Being Mary Jane, I feel like Mary Jane isn't that far off from Gabrielle Union. Like, I think they be acting the same in real life. But I'm just like, Gabby, you too cute for this Negro. Was I the only one that watched season 1? And through our discomfort with our own vulnerability, we will put ourselves in precarious situations that really aren't for our own benefit in the long run. So whether it was Mary Jane's, you know, really willing to go back to Andre, or just how she even dealt with his wife and trying to one-up her at the brunching and stuff, those were all just like, Mary Jane wasn't comfortable with her own vulnerability, and, you know, she allowed herself to be in a situation that was less than, because in some ways she could control certain aspects of it. You know, it's like this mind game we play with ourselves. We've all done it. The end of season 2 was like the one thing I really don't care for in the series thus far because it's just so cliche. She like dials her ex Dave. They have this on again, off again relationship, and they just can't never seem to get it together. Like, never. David's non-existent booty picks the phone call up, or was it his hand? Because he ain't really got no ass. But he was in the kitchen with Mary Jane's best friend, Lisa, who... Lisa is talking about how she done got on her knees and put it in her mouth and licked the balls too. And Mary Jane overhears this and ends up in a car accident. So we're waking up in the hospital with Mary Jane. It was a 2-episode premiere. And what overall I just love the writing. I've always kind of loved the quotes that they put in, especially because a lot of people aren't necessarily familiar with like Audre Lorde or, you know, obviously they quote Maya Angelou. There's been some Bell Hooks quotes in there. There's been quotes that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I never heard this. This is such great material, and it's like it's so inspirational, especially for black women. And this episode just was so many points where you was just like, yes! Mama Helen, her reads are way more thorough than Papa Pope off of Scandal. Not to like the black folk always got to compete with each other, but I couldn't have been the only one that was like, Mama Helen's wigs be slinging, outfits be yes good, and she can read for filth with a smile on her face. I mean, she just says things that are so kind of like make you have to deal with your own reality. So in this episode where she's confronting Lisa and she's like, did his penis enter in any orifice of your body? Own it, bitch. I love Mama Helen. I love every bit of her. The scene between Mary J and her little brother, is his name PJ? PJ was giving her some real thorough advice. It's just like everyone kind of came through in this episode and was offering real life advice, just basic things that we're all aware of, but a lot of us tend to forget, in that you need to have a support system. You know, even Mary J and her pushback with her brother when she was expressing how her career couldn't be everything for her and how she really does want a significant other and that warmth and that balance in her life. You know, that was just a really kind of honest sentiment that I feel like a lot of us have felt but didn't know how to articulate. Now, Loretta Devine character is the woman who got in the car accident with Mary J. Now, anytime Loretta Devine come on your screen with that extra soft and sweet grandma down south porch voice, you know her character ain't up to no good. So Loretta Devine's playing Cecilia. Cecilia is conniving. Cecilia and them damn fedoras looking like she about to go play a game of poker. I low-key want to be annoyed by her, but I'm high-key I'm loving the multifacetedness, we making up new words now, of her character. It's like peeling back an onion. Don't a lot of people like cutting onions, but they enhance the flavor of your food so much that you really can't hate on them. And that's how I feel about Cecilia's character. Like when she was in the boardroom at SNC reading them about how aware she was of marketing trends and the broadcast journalism industry, and then the shout out to BuzzFeed and the change in the Latin market, it was like, yes, even though I want to smack that fedora off your head, yes, girl. And I think it speaks to kind of how we judge, especially black women, especially women that we perceive as poor black women, and how we automatically dismiss their intelligence and their knowledge. And that's kind of really what I want to focus on with this smart brown girl thing, is it's not just for the college educated. You know, I wanted to speak to the everyday black woman who's so often told that she's not smart and she's not intelligent, that she starts to believe it and dismiss the actual intelligence that she does hold. And I think Cecilia's character just speaks on so many levels to that. Even though she's conniving, swindling, ain't shit. She's smart and ain't shit though. I really hope that Mary Jane doesn't fall for the swindle. I low-key think it'll be cliche just because Loretta Devine always kind of plays the helping hand, mama, fairy godmother character. But even if it's cliche, I'm interested in seeing how this character develops overall. Like I'm gonna hold on my judgment. So what else is there? Patrick baby mama, Patrick whole family. His immediate, like, I can't stand Niecy. Niecy went over the moon when she was caught fucking in Mary Jane bed and then want to throw shade back at Mary Jane, because I'm a person who believes that I can forgive you and still not fuck with you. As a matter of fact, I have a video coming up on that later. But I would understand that Niecy is family and just not F with her. Like, girl, I'm just going to take my support away and not deal with you. I've cut family members off this year because the triflingness, that you don't get that the earth does not revolve around you. When you are in the position that you are in, you got to take a step back from being so ready to be on the defense and understand that a lot of people in this situation, even if they don't have the best delivery, have your best interest at heart. But Niecy just dumb. And I can deal with someone who makes poor decisions and then strives to do better, but Niecy made poor decisions and I want to sit in it. And I just want to wash the shit off of her. Like, that's just, I don't like Niecy. I also do not like Becky. Whatever the white woman's name is, that is Patrick baby mama. I mean, I could give Niecy a little bit more credit because, whatever, I'm about to, why Niecy, I can at least kind of let slide. But this white woman's that be so ready to remind Patrick that he ain't never gonna be shit because they wasn't shit when they was together. I don't even like, I don't want to real quick and knock her out. Just shut up. Just go. Like, if you're gonna be dumb and make poor decisions, go be dumb and destructive on your own. Stop trying to bring other folk down with you. Cece asking for 90K. Cece out here asking for penties. I'm surprised that Mary Jane doesn't have 25K in cash around. Not that even if she did, I would be willing to give it to her, but I assume that someone of Mary Jane's stature would just have kind of more cash on hand in the bank. I don't know, girl. But the Cece asking for 90K, I don't even know why they gave her a big stink like that, because 90K when it comes to settlement money and taxes really ain't nothing. She asking for pennies. I thought I was gonna be clean in the millions, but because the car accident lawsuit, like, people come out with way more money for that, just about keeping it quiet about being a side chick. But hey, whatever. I actually really like Kara's character. I really enjoy her kind of struggle between being a career woman and being a mother, and then even kind of reshaping how we think about mothers who don't necessarily have custody of their children, because it's just in better interest for their child to live with the other parent. I think there is, especially in the American society, this idea that the mom should be the one that keeps full custody of the kids. And a lot of times that doesn't play to the favor of the father either. So I like kind of how they're tackling that subject through the viewpoint of Kara, who is a Latino but falls on the more European side of things, woman, and her own conflict with her own kind of ethnic identity, and, you know, the being able to kind of pass, as you would say, because Kara has not dated other Latino men. She kind of tries to push away a lot of her cultural identity, and then, you know, her struggle with allowing her sons to go live with their father full time, and what that means for her as a mother, and, you know, just being a woman who does love her kids but also really does love her career. I just hope that, you know, Mary Jane can make more fruitful decisions in her relationship life. But I enjoy watching her crazy, because it reminds me of my own crazy. It reminds me of my own vulnerability. It reminds me of the need to become comfortable with who I am and own who I am, and not walk into situations ready to self-destruct because I'm not comfortable with being vulnerable. That's what I just love the most about the show. So let me know in the comments down below, what were your favorite parts of the premiere? What have been your favorite parts of the past 2 episodes? Do you want me to continue doing reviews on Mary Jane? I'm going to Ghana for 6-7 weeks, so I don't know how I'm going to watch it overseas. But let me know, and we'll see if we can work something out and join in the Smart Brown Girl discussion. Mary Jane is Smart Brown Girl approved. As always, stay blessed and unbothered. Deuces!